This wasn't a concert, it was history igniting before our eyes. SB19 didn't just perform, they shattered records. 2 back-to-back sold-out nights at the world's largest indoor arena, 55,000 seats, filled twice. Then came the storm. 6 massive wins at the FMA Awards, the explosive launch of Fast Zone, and Justin's solo debut that shook the entire fandom. Every headline screamed one truth: SB19 has entered a new era. When the lights dropped, the arena exploded, not just in sound, but in national pride. And just when the world thought they'd peaked, they dropped new music, stormed the FMAs, and Justin unleashed his solo era. This isn't fame, this is Filipino power reborn. SB19 just changed the game forever. If this moment gave you chills, hit like and drop your thoughts below for SB19's unstoppable rise. Subscribe now and join the movement, because the next chapter of Filipino global power is just getting started.
No one believed it until it happened. SB19 made history inside the world's largest indoor arena. 2 sold-out nights, over 50,000 voices. Every ticket vanished in minutes. The Philippine arena shook, not from sound, but from pride. 5 dreamers who started from small bars now stood where legends perform. This wasn't just a concert, it was a declaration that Filipino talent belongs on the world stage. The crowd wasn't just watching, they were witnessing history. When the lights dimmed and chants of SB19 echoed like thunder, one truth was clear: this was no ordinary night, this was the moment the Philippines didn't just perform, it conquered. It started like any other ticket drop and ended in digital chaos. Within just 7 hours, every seat for SB19's first night at the Philippine Arena was gone. Fans couldn't believe it. Screenshots of sold out flooded social media. Panic set in and people begged for a second show. Then when the announcement came, another date added, it happened again, another full sellout. 2 nights, back to back. History sealed. But it wasn't just speed, it was scale. Tens of thousands of fans refreshing sites, fighting queues, and forming online ticket squads to secure seats for each other. It wasn't fandom anymore, it was a movement and motion. Every fan felt like they were part of history being written in real time. The frenzy was so massive that even international media started noticing, calling SB19's demand unprecedented for a Southeast Asian act. But for ATIN, it wasn't about breaking records.
It was about showing the world that Filipino talent belongs on the grandest stage. That day, the internet didn't just witness a ticket sale, it witnessed the rise of a global force called SB19. The arena went dark. Thousands of LED wristbands blinked in silence, hearts pounding as the first note echoed through the air. Then, shadows moved. SB19 emerged cloaked in black, faces hidden, tension thick enough to stop time. The crowd held its breath, waiting, until boom, the cloaks dropped, lights exploded, and the arena erupted like a volcano. The stage came alive in gold and crimson, and 5 silhouettes transformed into icons. Every beat hit like thunder, every cheer like a wave crashing back. In that split second, fans knew this wasn't just a show, it was an awakening. The Philippines' biggest act wasn't performing for the audience, they were performing with them. That first reveal wasn't just dramatic, it was historic. The message was clear: SB19 has arrived, and they're not playing small anymore. From the moment the lights flared, it was clear Simula at Wakas wasn't a concert. It was a cinematic experience. The stage stretched endlessly, wrapped in screens, smoke, and synchronized lights. Every transition was seamless, every performance choreographed like a movie unfolding live. The LED wristbands glowed and shifted colors with the beat, transforming the crowd into a living, breathing galaxy. Each song told a story, from explosive anthems to tear-filled ballads, pulling fans through waves of emotion.
The sound, the visuals, the energy, everything screamed world class. You could feel the precision of months of preparation and the emotion of 5 artists giving everything they had. For 3 hours straight, SB19 didn't just entertain, they transported. It wasn't just about hearing music, it was about feeling it, living inside it, and realizing this is what Filipino excellence looks like. Then came the moment when everything slowed down. The lights dimmed, the crowd hushed, and SB19's voices filled the air. Raw, unfiltered, and real. Songs like Confessions, stories of struggle, hope, and triumph. You could hear sniffles from the audience as lyrics hit straight to the heart. For a few minutes, it wasn't about choreography or production. It was about connection. Every word felt lived. Every note carried weight. It reminded everyone why SB19 isn't just a pop group. They're storytellers, dreamers who turned pain into purpose. The members looked out at the crowd, eyes glistening, visibly moved by the sea of lights and love staring back at them. That emotional silence between each verse said it all. This bond between SB19 and ATIN wasn't built overnight. It was built on faith, struggle, and a shared dream that finally came true.
If SB19 were the spark, ATIN were the fire. From dawn to dusk, fans turned the Philippine arena into a living celebration. There were banners, balloons, snacks, even airplane messages. The world is yours, SB19. That's devotion on another level. Fans arrived in bus convoys, motorcycles, carpools, anything to be there. But what truly defined ATIN wasn't just their energy, it was their respect. After the show, when confetti settled and lights dimmed, thousands stayed behind to clean the arena spotless. Who does that? Only a fandom built on pride and purpose. Online, hashtags trended worldwide, videos went viral, and international fans took notice. ATIN didn't just support SB19, they amplified them, proving that love for your idols can build community, discipline, and global recognition. That night, it wasn't artist versus audience, it was family, united by music and meaning. When SB19 lifted the Philippine flag high above the crowd, the entire arena froze. Thousands of lights shimmered like stars, and for a moment, every Filipino inside and every fan watching from abroad felt something electric. It wasn't just a performance, it was a statement. That moment said, "We are here. We belong on the global stage." Their voices, their message, their pride all carried the heart of a nation that refuses to be ignored. As the flag waved, tears filled the eyes of fans who had followed SB19 since day one. They weren't just cheering for a boy band anymore. They were witnessing a symbol of possibility. The group had taken Filipino music to places it had never gone before. And that unity of pride set the stage for what came next. Because this wasn't the end of a concert. It was the dawn of an era. The fire that burned in that moment would carry straight into their next victories. The 6 FMA Awards, the launch of Fast Zone, and Justin's powerful debut. SB19 had turned patriotism into power, and now they were ready to show the world what the Philippines sounds like. Just when the echoes of the Philippine arena began to fade, SB19 took over the world again, this time with trophies in hand. At the FMA Awards, they didn't just show up, they dominated. 6 awards, 6 wins that sealed their status as the Philippines' most awarded group of the year. From Group of the Year to Song of the Year, SB19 swept categories with precision, proving their artistry wasn't a fluke, it was evolution. But they didn't stop to celebrate. Almost immediately after, they dropped Fast Zone, a high-energy project that showcased their creative growth and futuristic edge. The visuals, the choreography, the confidence, it screamed global act. And as if that wasn't enough, Justin's solo debut dropped like a bomb, a masterclass in individuality and artistry. Fans were stunned, one member branching out, yet perfectly in sync with the group's rise. SB19 had found the rare balance, staying united while thriving individually. The message was clear. The era of SB19 is expanding, not ending. After 6 FMA wins, the Fast Zone launch, and Justin's breakout solo debut, SB19's global rise became undeniable. They're no longer the Filipino boy band making waves. They're world contenders.
International fans, media outlets, and even critics began recognizing their influence. Each milestone proved they could compete on any stage, not as copies of Western or K-pop acts, but as pioneers of a new sound, P-pop on a world scale. The global stage isn't ready, but SB19 is. Their vision, discipline, and authenticity have turned them into the face of a movement that's just getting louder. If you believe in this movement, show it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because the next chapter of SB19's unstoppable journey is already rewriting history.